What is up? Gear Squad, Chain Gear here, bringing you another video. And today I want to talk to you guys about May 8th. May 8th is about to be crazy if you guys like the two games that I play on a daily, well, weekly at least basis, Destiny 2 and Paladins. Now, I've been playing a lot of God of War. I play a little bit of Trove, actually, free-to-play MMO. I play a little bit of Burnout Paradise, Trackmania, but mostly I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2 and a lot of Paladins. And on May 8th, there are two huge things happening for both of those games. Destiny 2, now I did a little video on that a little while ago, is still one of my favorite games right now. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's one of the best shooters I've been playing on the PS4. I'm not a big Call of Duty person or a Battlefield person, so I spend a lot of time in Destiny 2. And if you guys play the game, you know that Warmind, a huge DLC, is coming out on the 8th. Now, Warmind is going to bring a huge story. I don't want to spoil anything. I'll probably have the trailer playing, but I definitely don't want to tell you everything that's going on in the story, especially if you don't play Destiny 2. I don't want to bore you with the details, but there's a lot of new content coming. Of course, there's new story, so you'll be able to play through this new part of the campaign with side missions, adventures, things like that, as well as a brand new raid lair. So it's not necessarily a full raid, but these kind of smaller instances of raids that are still very, very difficult, new strikes, and of course new loot, new weapons, new armor. So I'm really, really excited about all of that. But also, instead of just having the DLC, we also have Season 3 coming up. So if you guys have been playing other games like Fortnite, games that are live services, you play the game, you download it, but more content comes out every single quarter or every couple months. Well, they have the same exact thing in Destiny 2. They have Season 3, and they're adding a lot of content for specifically multiplayer. Now, I think they're doing some things for PvE as well, but mostly for PvP. They now have a ranking system, which is really, really exciting. So Crucible, PvP, they have a Valor ranking and they have a Glory ranking. One is for casual, and you just gain ranking as you play, so it's basically how many hours you've played, and then the other ranking is for competitive, and that's for wins and losses. So it's still skill-based matchmaking, so you should at some point really just hit where you're supposed to be and just kind of struggle there for a little while until you actually get better and you get good. But there are rewards for both Valor and Glory ranking, and I'm really, really excited about this. I am okay at Destiny 2's multiplayer, and I feel like I've needed something to really grind for, except for these events like Iron Banner and stuff like that, so I'm really pumped that they're going to actually have a ranking system for me to play towards and actually get better, instead of just kind of playing matches and seeing how things go. So I'm excited for that. Also, and probably most importantly for Destiny veterans out there, or maybe people who just don't feel like you're as strong as you should be, there's about to be a huge change to the sandbox, which means the actual guns themselves and the exotics are getting a huge buff. Not all of them, but the vast majority of exotic weapons are getting a massive buff. So not only are they getting retuned, so basically they're all about to get a lot stronger. You guys know Destiny 2 Vigilance Wing right now is an exotic that is killing people really, really quickly. It's about 0.8 seconds to kill somebody, and in Destiny 2 that's super fast. So instead of nerfing that weapon, they brought all the other exotics up to that level, and it's really awesome to just see what they're actually doing with these exotics, but they're also doing more with them. They now have masterworks for those, which basically means you can invest more time into those weapons, and they also have these kind of quests per weapon to level it up even more, to add new perks to the weapon. So a great example is Vigilance Wing is a pulse rifle, which means you tap the trigger and it pulses a couple shots off. So you just, you keep, it's a burst fire weapon basically. If you do this quest for it, you'll actually have a full auto version of this weapon. It's crazy. So I'm really, really excited for all the changes in Destiny 2. There's going to be a lot to play for, and that all comes out May 8th for the Warmind DLC in Season 3. But that's not it. A couple days ago, I just heard that Paladins, another game that I play on and off with Destiny, is, oh man, they're actually launching officially. So they've been in beta. They were in early access back in the day, like 2014 or 15 on Steam, and then they unleashed and unveiled for PS4, and they went into beta, and I've been playing it since they launched on PlayStation 4. I never played it on PC, but these guys are the same guys that made Smite. So if you guys know Hi-Res Studios, they made a couple other shooters back in the day as well, but they made Smite, very successful. Paladins, which apparently is very successful. Apparently like 25 million people are playing it, so I really really enjoy the game. It's been growing for a long time, but it's about to jump out of beta and into an official release. Now, what does this mean exactly? We don't really know. Now, a lot of it seems like marketing for us as the players. They're doing giveaways. Anyone that has played it all in the beta is going to get like a beta frame, as well as I think 200 crystals, which is their, or gems or whatever, which is their microtransaction currency. It's a free-to-play game, so you guys can just pick this game up at any time. And I highly recommend doing that now, so you get those free crystals if you guys are interested at all. Just like play a little bit, just so you can get in there. But outside of that, it probably also means that they're changing some things on the back end for themselves in terms of development. It probably means they're going to do less, changes. I know I read a little bit of a blog post and they were like, look, this is the state of the game now. Paladins, what you're playing now, will not change drastically. They'll still do sandbox changes, they'll still be adding content and do more events, but they're not going to change the game drastically. If you guys have been playing Paladins, you know that this game switches, they change the way it works, they change the economy and all of this stuff. Well, they're not doing that anymore. They like the state of the game. Everything in the game is free outside of cosmetics. Most cosmetics you can get through just loot boxes, which you can get in-game normally. You can also buy some of those with the in-game currency or the microtransaction currency, which can be gained in-game. But now they also have a season pass for their new battle passes. So they're pretty much going right off of Fortnite. They have battle passes, so instead of just sitting there and hoping you get stuff, instead you have a battle pass for, I think it's like every quarter or something like, no, it's a little bit more than every quarter, but every couple of months, I think it might be every 90 days, they have a new battle pass that gives you a whole bunch of new content, and basically you're able to just play the game. You pay, I think, 500 crystals, which I think is akin to about $5 or something like that. And basically you're able to unlock tons and tons of content by just playing. Now, apparently you can gain more content by paying for it instead of just playing, which to me seems kind of weird, but you can do it. And so either way, guys, check out both Destiny 2 and Paladins. If you don't have any money, you don't want to spend any money, definitely check out Paladins. It is so much fun. There's a competitive mode, there's a casual mode, they're gonna have more events coming out, more heroes coming out, so definitely check that out. If you guys do have a little bit more of a budget, but you're not sure you want to spend it on Destiny, try their trial, I think they call it, and it's pretty awesome. I gotta say, like, there's a lot of content in there actually in the trial. I was just reading it along with an old friend of mine, my old roommate, and he was telling me that you can actually play all the PvP, and you can play a lot of the PvE for the first world. Actually, I think it's the first 2 worlds or the first 2 destinations. So, go ahead and try it out. And if you're ready to put the money down, now is probably a really great time. When Warmind comes out, you'll be able to see if there's any sales or anything like that. Whew, but that's basically it for me, guys. I'm pumped. I'm excited. There's so much coming out. I gotta beat God of War, but it's gonna be a good time. Guys, thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you enjoyed this video, like it, subscribe, of course, but I will see you online, and of course, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.